With a bowl of Jello.
Hey, we're live. We're live on TV, on the air, on the internet. How's everyone doing? Friday night.
Fantastic.
Me too. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Eric, 5th time on?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Lost count.
Veteran. Mark, thanks for coming back on. It's good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a great show. Let me just do the housekeeping. Kind of pointless, but I got to do it. I got to do it. The like and subscribe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Help us out. There we go. Let's open up the chat. There we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Friday night, episode 110, 1110. It's going to be a great show. We've each got 5 records or more. I don't know about you guys. I got 5, maybe a few more.
I got 5, picked up 5.
Nice.
Couple backups.
Yeah,
I got backups.
Couple of backups. Couple of contextuals. You know. It's going to be a good show. We'll go around clockwise. As usual, I'll do one. We'll go around and have a good time. Nerding out about some
Exactly.
We're going to have a good time.
What grown men do on a Friday night. You know, I talk about records on the internet. Jesus Christ. He's going to chase tail at this time. He's like, oh, that time, Jesus. When I was out there slinging cock like Ron Jeremy.
What are you drinking, Paul, tonight? We were talking about that a bit before we went.
Pinhook, a true small batch. It's a seal box, which is another distillery. It's an online seller. And 119, was it? 129? 119.4 proof. It's delicious. It's delicious. I like I was saying before, I'm trying to become a bourbon and rye nerd. I become very affectionate. That's what the word. Really getting into ryes a lot lately because they've changed a lot. It ain't like the Canadian poison you used to get years ago. And I have a small collection, a selection, whatever. I drink them. And I enjoy them. I spend good money on them, and it's good. You know what? You drink good, feel good. Don't drink piss just because it's cheap. Don't do that. And then you wonder why you wake up feeling like crap. There you go, pal.
The old premium supermarket.
There you go.
All right, let's get going. We'll try and do a 2-hour stint, 2-hour shift.
Good.
Tonight, 2-hour shift. So I'm going to kick off. I got a record with a black embossed cockroach on it. Just came in the mail. I think it's the first on the show, a record with a black embossed cockroach on it. Here it is. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Check that
That's
out.
nice.
I don't know if any of you guys are into the old late night internet shopping. You know, a few beers, get on the internet.
Yeah.
Check up your local record store, what's going on. That's what I did like a couple of weeks ago. Frankie Stubbs from Leatherface, I saw, got a new band.
Really?
And I was like, wow, Frankie Stubbs, I love Leatherface. I'm going to get this record. Ordered it. Came a couple of days ago. This is it. Roach Squad is the name of the band.
Okay.
With the embossed...
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Embossed black cockroach on the front. So I'm like...
Roach Squad?
Roach Squad, yeah.
I'm going to look into that. I had no idea. No, I love Frankie Stubbs.
Brand new band. Yeah, I love Frankie Stubbs. I was like, man, you know, we're not going to get any new Leatherface. This is going to be the next best thing to any new Leatherface. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be him singing. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So the record shows up.
He's just doing my Rockies on it.
He's just got the tambourine on
Tambourine. This is Frankie Subs percussion. He's got the tambourine.
Well, actually, you're not far off. Like he plays the guitar, and I put the record on. That fucking those great guitar, Gordon Smith guitars come like ringing out. I'm like, okay, here we go. The vocals come in. So hang on a minute. This ain't Frankie Stubbs. It's a younger dude who obviously loves Leatherface. Canadian guys singing. It took me by surprise. I got to admit.
Well, he would do that on some of the Leatherface records. He'd have one of the other guys singing, and you'd be like, and it's always a song you didn't want to hear. I hate to say it, but it's like, hey, it's this guy. Okay, give him a chance.
But once you've gotten over the shock of like, it's not Frankie singing, you're like, okay, this is a good record. It kind of sounds like, I don't know if you guys like the really late period of Leatherface, like Call Me Petrol, the last record. That's a great record. Like the last one they did, it's kind of like that. And Frankie does sing on one song. He's frail though. His voice is very frail. He's getting on. He's advancing in years. But it's so nice to just hear his voice.
When they played New York at Coney Island High, they were out with Hot Water Music. They were out with, and I was doing security, and I'm there with the show. It was an afternoon show, or whatever, and it was Frankie, somebody else from the band. I don't know who it was. And their road manager or whatever, this American guy, and they were like, "You know any place where we can get snuff?" I was like, I know what they. I was like, tobacco. So I'm like, maybe. I was like, if you go to the corner to Gem Spa, because Gem Spa right in the corner of St. Mark's II, they had cigarettes from all over the fucking world and all the tobacco, stuff like that. I was like, if any place is gonna have it, they will have it. So I was like, go over there. So they went over there and they came back. They're like, we got that stuff. They're like, we don't know how old it is. The guy almost didn't want to sell it to us. He's like, because it's all dusty and old and all that. But we're like, we need it. Give us the stuff. Give us the stuff. So I hooked him up with the snuff.
That's funny because there's that UK band Snuff too, right? Which kind of ties in with Leatherface and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, it could have been that or it could have been the murder porn. I could have hooked him up with that too. Why didn't say that out loud?
I got to tell you though, if you miss Leatherface and you want to hear a bit of Frankie's guitar playing, a little bit of his singing, this is all you're going to get really at this point. It's a good record. Just came out March 11th on Little Rocket Records from the UK. Roach Squad. But Leatherface were from Sunderland. Sunderland is a bleak northern industrial UK town. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's enough Sunderland on this record.
The upstarts, home of Menzie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Sunderland. Yeah. I'm happy to get this. Frankie sings.
I had no idea, so I'll look into that.
Just came out. But if you want to get the embossed Roach, though, you got to hurry because it's only the first pressing only. Is going to
I can just go to the Bronx, smash it on the fucking cover.
Well, it's funny because I actually just managed to get rid of a cockroach infestation in this apartment. But now I've got this one big black one. Hopefully, this is the only roach.
That's like a tribute to them. That's like the gravestone. Like I killed all
Maybe the other cockroaches will be afraid of this. If I put this up on the wall, they'll be like,
"They're God." Like a giant crucifix to them.
Yeah, you're their lord now.
That's their Messiah on there. Like the cockroach crucifix.
He got cherry.
That's our king.
That's my first pick. Check it out. Roach Squad just came out. You can probably get it somewhere in your local record store. Generation Records.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right.
Eric, what's your
my first pick. I always try to do new records when I'm on here, start with a couple new ones and then go to the classics. I haven't really bought anything new lately, and the few records I did get have already been shown on here. Like you already showed that Massacre record, that Boston band. It's really fucking good. Kind of doing like a UK 82 kind of thing. So this is a newer band. They're from Ireland. This has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day weekend. It's just a fucking, and the Guinness I'm drinking. Pure coincidence. I'm not even Irish. Fucking Pittsburgh Millhunk. German and Eastern European. But anyways, this band is pretty huge now. I think like the kids love them. This is their first record from 2019. And it's a band called Fontaines D.C. You guys heard of them? They're pretty big right now. They're kind of doing like a Oasis, Dancy.
The name, yes, that's familiar.
I've heard the name, yeah.
This one is their first album. It's completely different. This is like straight up dark post-punk in the way of not like Susie or Bauhaus, but more like in like the Fall or the Mekons or the Swell Maps. It's very just like monotone, repetitious. The lyrics are kind of like, dark. The guy's obviously got this really thick fucking Irish accent, and he's kind of like talks out the lyrics, but it's catchy as hell. It's monotone and just like, It's also, you just find yourself singing along, and it's a really fucking cool record. I like their newer stuff too, like their newer like pop stuff you're gonna hear on the radio. I think it's cool, but the earlier stuff is just. You can tell it's the same band, but it's definitely a different vibe going on. They definitely matured through the years and became more commercial. But this is their first one. It's called Doggerel. I guess that's how you pronounce it. On Partisan Records out of New York. Mark, are you familiar with that? It's probably some like hipster, big indie Brooklyn label, I'm assuming.
No.
But no, it's a cool record. It's a cool record, man. There's some like good standout tracks. There's a song on here called Boys in the Better Land. And if like anybody is curious of this band, just go YouTube this song right now. Boys in the Better Land. It's just, you're going to just find yourself singing along. He's got like that thick Irish accent, and he's just, spouting out the lyrics, and really cool band. Little different. It's not hardcore. It's not punk, anything like that, but it's also got like a heaviness and a darkness and a meanness and an attitude. Very Irish, whatever that means, but kind of Brit poppy, even though since they're Irish, I don't know if they want to be all Brit pop, but yeah, cool record. So Fontaines D.C, they're huge now. All the kids love them, but this is their first record.
Cool.
And it's a little different. It's like I said, a lot more like reminds me of like Marky Smith, The Fall, like the early, Marky Smith Fall kind of stuff. And yeah, so first pick, there it is.
Beautiful. Nice. How old is that, Eric?
2019.
Okay.
The first album. I think they have like 4 albums total. I believe this is the first one from 2019. So it's like 6 years old. Their new one's called like Romance. It just came out, and they're like, doing like the Jimmy Kimmel Show and all that kind of stuff. They're becoming huge. They tour America all the time. They never play Pittsburgh. I'd like to go see them. I actually have some friends who are really into them. Some like guys I watch soccer, football with, and stuff like that. So, but bands like that never play Pittsburgh, so I'll probably never see them. But because their next tour, they'll probably be huge, opening arenas or stadiums or something with fucking Green Day or some shit. They're like on their way. You could tell they're going to become a big band. But I knew them before they were big, man.
How's that working out for you?
Get me on the guest list. I got your first show. I fucking hyped you up. I sold one record to you on this show. There was one person went out and bought your record after seeing this.
Do you have the first demo, though? That's the question.
What's that?
First demo. You have the first demo?
The bands like that even make demos anymore? That's like shit we all did.
CDR, maybe.
I think bands like that get like signed right away. They form, and a week later they're like on a big label and
with all these like bands like that, not bands like that, but I don't know how I've been doing this for over 40 years now, whatever. 40 years is shit, Terror Alone or whatnot, but it's like the band still gets signed. I don't know like how it works now. It's weird. It was weird back then. Like, whatever.
I mean, I was never signed. It was always just like a handshake deal. Like, oh, you're going to put out a record for us. Cool.
Yeah, which I got. I got friends
Yeah.
who do that and stuff. But, you're not doing that with, like, fucking Epic. Or if that these labels exist anymore. I don't even fucking know. I mean, is there an Epic Records? I don't know. I have no idea. This is what I'm thinking. Like, what's that? RCA.
They don't even know what they own anymore.
Stereo,
Well, they do these like imprints, don't they, and call them something else, but it's actually
Right.
I guess they do. Like, I got friends who own, like, a friend of mine. He owns a pressing plant, vinyl, and I know, like, that was because vinyl's popular again and whatnot. I'm sure they were the holidays and stuff like that, and everything, when they want to repress and all this, bullshit. Like, this, the fucking major labels got rid of all their stuff when they thought fucking CDs were going to take over, like morons. So now, and when it comes to independent pressing labels, pressing plates and whatnot, I'm happy for them. Hey, take the money. Yeah, good for you. And they still pressed up independent records, but, like, listen, I just got this fucking huge check from Warner Brothers to do, I'm going to do this. Your record's going to have to wait. Yeah. I ain't going to get mad at you. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Take the money and fucking run. I mean, do we need more fucking 40,000 fucking pressing of fucking Rumors by Fleetwood Mac? No.
Just gonna say that there was literally so many indie. A few years ago, there was all these indie labels that their shit was getting pushed back on the back burner and getting delayed because they were doing like these reissues of fucking Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Record Store Days.
And then like the indie labels that were keeping pressing plants and records alive for the past 30 years were just getting like pushed to the back. You have to wait. We're doing Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, all the teenage girls buying that fucking
people have like
record.
1,000 fucking Fleetwood Mac Rumors in their fucking store right now. You can put in $1, but like,
the why does that buying that record will never know the cocaine that was put into it. What I'm saying? They will never know. You're
gonna go find an original
cocaine to put on the record. You ain't gonna get dick like that. Forget about it, honey. You know what I mean? You're gonna listen to stupid songs and sing along, and nobody's ever gonna like you. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Rumors now.
Yeah, it's a great record, but we don't need it on picture disc and fucking.
You don't need it at all. I don't fuck that.
Yo, we probably sell 10 of those a week, though.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good for you and stuff like but.
Yeah.
I didn't like that shit back then. I ain't gonna like it now.
No, I can't stand that record.
Yeah, you used to listen to it, you liar. Paying your rent, motherfucker.
All right, Paul, what's your first record tonight? What you got?
Okay, I haven't listened to this record in years. And I've been listening to the past couple of weeks. And of course I had to grab the English pressing because it's fancy.
Oh yeah.
Slade.
Oh,
the last good album they put out.
Yeah.
The Amazing Kamikaze Syndrome. This album right here. They put out 2 albums after this. They put out Rose Gallery and You Boys Make Big Noise, which are okay. They're not great. This album, it's got the hits, the last hits they had. Run Away, My Oh My, whatnot. And it's fucking Slade, man. Yeah. I mean, if you got a problem with Slade, you're just a dick. I mean, I grew up in Staten Island, New York, or whatnot when I was a kid, and my brother had Slade records. Slade was very popular in Staten Island, New York, with the poor people, the poor people. Kind of a sharecropper, but with the working class white trash kids in Stapleton and whatnot. The way we had Slade records, that my brothers did. My brother did. My older brother, my cousin, they had Slade records, and I think they went to go see them. They played Central Park. They opened for Brownsville Station. And Brownsville Station got booed off the stage. So fuck them. But with Slade, I mean, you put on. They are a band I can listen to any of the and get happy and just feel good. Yeah. Fuck the world. I'm listening to Slade. I got a drink. Leave me alone. You're a dick. I'm listening to Slade. And if anybody's got a problem with Slade, suck a dick and die. I mean, fuck you. I mean, it's Slade. It's fun. It's music to make you feel good.
Yeah.
But the
It's
songs,
not trying to solve the world's problems. You know, and ain't trying to make you think about, oh wow, that's so deep. No, it's fucking naughty holder, motherfucker. Fucking feel good about yourself. Have a drink, smile. You know? And this was the last great record as far as I'm concerned. I love this record.
It's great.
And I haven't listened to it in a long time. I haven't listened to it past like 2 weeks. And it's just a great album. Great album.
It's amazing. You know what the one I like too is Till Death Us Do Part.
Yeah. I have all the albums on vinyl. I got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Death Us Do Part.
We'll Bring the House Down.
Yeah, We'll Bring the House Down. That's a great album. Yeah. I have, and I bought them before Mark had a second, the record store you fucking worked at, Mark.
Second Coming?
Second Coming. Okay. Early 80s, I have them upstairs still. I should have bought them down. I have Play It Loud and, I forget the other record. Whatever. 2 of the albums, autographed.
Oh, wow.
They were in the used bin. At Second Coming, $5 a piece. Autographed by all 4 members.
Really?
I have them upstairs and everything like that. Still got them.
You know what happened with Slade though? They were sort of like a bit forgotten in the 80s, and there was that Reading Festival.
Yeah.
I think it was Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz was supposed to play. They cancelled. They got Slade in, and they were like the band of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
They
saved the day. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. And they were a feel good band. I mean, Quiet Riot, they were the cover, they saw another, that helped them out a lot, and they made some money. Good for them. They deserve it. Whatever. But they were just a feel good band. They started out with like a lot of bands back then. I'm an unabashed Anglophobe. I'm
the same way.
Anglophile.
Well, I'll bring a mic right now. We're like,
I'm an American phobe right now.
There you go.
But unabashed and Slade, they're just a feel good fucking band, and they wrote good songs. They wanted people to feel good, and they great songs. Every album, there's at least 3-4 songs were like, and you feel good listening to it. And you got a couple of pap here and there, blah, 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 like any other fucking record put out by that on these major labels and shit. But I mean, come on, man, stop being a dick, Feel good for a thing, You ain't got to be all serious and fucking looking for somebody to tell you how to change the world because, you suck.
You like the movie? That what's it called? In Flames?
In Flames. And that you ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
Watch it. That movie's insane. It makes absolutely no sense. One of the craziest movies ever.
But I think like really that good. Record, the Slade and Flame record, is also like one of their best. I want to say that's
that's a great record.
Great album.
Great record.
Yeah. Great album.
I could talk for 5 hours about Slade. I love them. One of the all-time great bands.
I always want to get the Slade tattoo.
Great feel good band.
Hand tattoos. I'm getting the Slade.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. and not for
I'm drawing it with pen. I'm drawing it with pen.
The skinhead thing was a fashion thing. Whatever the manager freaking made him do, or Chas Chandler and whatnot. And it was, but not for nothing, they look cool. They did look cool. They might not feel, they might, a couple of, you get skinheads up there, and also the guy's playing violin.
Yeah.
We'll get more into the violin later, but yeah.
Man. Love Slade. Love him.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. One of my most favorite bands of all time.
Mike, did you ever see them play?
I never got to see him, but when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, you'd see him on the TV all the time.
Right.
And it made you feel good as a kid, like a 10-year-old kid seeing him on TV.
Yeah.
They're one of those bands, like if we have a bar with this killer jukebox, and I get a few in me, I just start putting on Slade and Sweet. People know it's my choices. Once the Slade and the Sweet kick on, they're like, "Oh, we know who put these on."
Yeah.
That's why I like I didn't pick it, but the last Cockspar record, the last one they just put out or whatever. It's a Slade record. It's a feel good record.
Yeah,
it's a total feel good record. It's a great album. It really is. If that's going to be their last album, they're going out on top. Because that's a great.
Just all of that is coming next week on. But Cock Sparrow is like the Small Faces, you know, like Mick Slade, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. But if that's how they're going out on that, this latest record, they're going out on top. That is a great Cockspar Lace Cockspar record is a great fucking album. It just flows perfectly. Great songwriting, everything. Just boom, 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 boom. You know, no complaints, no nothing. You know, it makes you fucking feel good. My wife fucking loves it. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah.
All right, Mark, follow Slade if you can.
Damn.
I'll try. So this band, I only had singles as a kid. I never had the album. They're definitely a left-wing band, but it's funny because I don't remember the more like peace punk friends of mine or anarcho punk, whatever. I don't remember really any of them really talking about this band, and it's a great album. It's the new Town Neurotics, and the Beggars Can Be Choosers on Razor, which was the same label Cockspar Shock Troop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird that you picked that because that record has been coming up a lot in my feed lately. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know, I never had a copy till the last trip I did to England a couple of months ago. I was like, oh, I got to get this. It was 25 pounds or something. And I only had the singles. Like, I have like 4 or 5 singles, and they're great.
Yeah.
But I finally got it, and this whole thing from start to finish pretty much it's just so fucking solid. It's so great. And, you know, there's melody and everything on it. And I don't know. It's a more punk Billy Bragg almost like, I don't know how you describe it.
Yeah. There were a lot. I mean, like the 80s and whatnot, I remember hearing about them and seeing them and maybe hearing a single or two here or there. Like, I never realized how political they really were, honestly.
They were.
That's why I was surprised. Like, none of the like older kids in my scene, none of them like talked about this, and I'm kind of surprised though.
Very important band in the UK, you know, with the socialist left wing. They did a lot of stuff with the Rock Against Racism. They played with a lot of reggae bands and like
right,
that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 record.
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think the song's on that album, but that single when they did the member song and they changed the lyrics.
Oh, Living with Unemployment.
Living with
Unemployment. Yeah,
that's so
a great song.
good. So good.
Yeah, but they never really seemed to. As far as I could tell online and stuff, they never seem to really play with like the Crash type bands at all. Or there's no like correlation between them, which is kind of weird.
They played with Black Flag, like when Black Flag toured England, like the long hair Rollins era of Black Flag. They were playing with like them. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Huh?
I think I was like one of the only bands that like Rollins liked and gave a shout out to on stage or something.
Oh, really?
Hated all the other bands and everyone hated them and threw shit at them, but like was really into the Insane and really into like New Town Neurotics and bands like that.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so I don't know if they played with like Crassy kind of bands. I think they,
I know, it's weird.
Where does it fit in anywhere really? You know?
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, they weren't really. They weren't really specific like scene. They just, you know.
No, but it's a great record, and I think I don't understand why it's not bigger than it should be.
It's kind of out of print
recently.
I did it. I really got a bootleg of it. So.
Oh yeah. Nat put it out. Yeah. I saw that. But I finally got an original, so it was
nice.
It was nice. I think he used to belong to Knox from the Vibrators too. So.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's some charity shop in London, like a rock and roll charity shop, and he just hangs out there all day. It's in Camden.
Sell his records?
I think so, because there was a ton of stuff on Razor there, and there was a ton of stuff on
So that's probably shit that he took out the worker warehouse.
I don't
He had in
know.
his
They're all
collection.
mint. No, there's only
Well,
one.
yeah,
but
no,
they're all mint.
it's something he nicked from the warehouse so he can sell it in the future. It was
Yeah,
like
well,
his
that's what I
personal,
guess he
like,
did.
yeah, definitely. You know,
Because
fuck
he
it.
hangs out there every time I go there. He was there. So, but he doesn't own it or anything. So I don't get
Yeah,
it.
he's like a hobo with a good record collection.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
I'm
Rock
a
and roll
dick,
heaven,
you
yeah.
know.
All right. It's my turn again, isn't it? It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Second round 2. All right. Cheers. So, a couple of weeks ago, we had a big discussion about the old the Irish punk, especially from like Belfast. I'm wearing the t-shirt. Defects, Protex, Rudy, all those bands.
Outcasts.
Outcasts, Rudy, all those bands. So
Yeah.
after the episode, I was thinking Moondogs, Starjets, more on the pop side. I was kind of thinking, like, I wonder if there's a band, like a contemporary band, who's kind of carrying on the torch, you know, for that old Irish punk. There is. And our buddy Tom from Static Shock Records, who put out the Alvila record, has been putting out this band's records. And I got it. It's 10 years old already, but they're still going. They're still a band. So this band, the number ones, they're from Dublin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to buy that record on fucking Bandcamp from the and they were like, "Yeah, we're done. We're sold out."
You might be really. It's 10 years old now, right? So it's.
I had no idea. Bandcamp
Yeah,
was like, I'm kind of new to Bandcamp.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good record. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So it's they're carrying on the torch of that old, like, just. I mean, pop punk as it used to be back in the day, right? Like, you know, bit of like undertones. Just they're taking all that great Irish punk.
Solid songwriting. Fuck yeah.
Great songs. A little bit, you know, like it's poppy. It's not as hard hitting as like Rudy or the Outcasts. Maybe a bit more like towards the Starjets or the Moondog side of things. But man, every song is like a, you know, a number one hit in like in a better world, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, younger viewers might be reminded of the Exploding Hearts or a band like that. A little bit of that stuff going on. Just great songs, great power pop, great fucking punky power pop. And they're from Dublin. They're still going. They got some singles out. Hey, I got some good news for you guys. They're playing. They're playing in Brooklyn. Coming up.
Really?
Yeah. Friday, April 18th at the Meadows. You guys know the Meadows?
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Chip owns it. Yeah.
Okay, the Meadows, Brooklyn, New York City. Friday, April 11th with the home front and the number ones.
Oh. You know,
Home front, the number
we
one.
should go to that.
That's going to be a good show, I want to say.
Yeah, because I've yet to see Homefront, and I like them. I like Homefront. I think they're a good band.
Yeah.
But, and they're playing, yeah, we should.
Homefront, number ones together in Brooklyn, April 18th.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come up and stay with you, Mark.
I think I'm going to be in California, April.
He says that every time. Stay with it.
They're playing in Philly. They're playing in Philly. Apparently, they've booked another show the next day in Brooklyn too, or in New York on the Saturday. But I don't know the lineup for that show. But this one with Home Front and the number one's good show, I would say.
Yeah, I gotta look at that. So, yeah, like I said, I like the Homefront band too.
Yeah.
Another, you know what? Not for nothing. That Bandcamp thing, I found it by accident. Somebody had mentioned. I didn't know. This was like a while ago. What it was, all this and blah, blah, blah. And whatever. I shot the Joe Coffey Bandcamp thing on that, whatever. And I'm looking around all this shit, and I actually found like a lot of really cool bands because of it. And Homefront, I think it was one of them. I was like, "What is this?" You know, I'm gonna check them out. I was like, "What? This is actually kind of cool. I like this." And I bought a lot of records over Bandcamp from these bands. I just found them like, wow, this is kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, whatever be that. What was the last one I bought? Band from Australia. Something Eyes. I forget what they're called. It's just crazy, noisy, hardcore shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forget what the fuck it's called. And before that was Jailed.
Guild?
Wales.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
great. That shit's brutal. That's just fucking brutal. It just kicks you right in the fucking face. You know, and I'll go from like shit like that to, you know, whatever. But
Yeah.
if you're affecting me in a way, that I'm buying a record. You know what I mean? And I been jailed, and I can't remember the band from fucking Australia. The other band from Australia from there, No Future, with the female singer.
Yes, that's a great
Love them.
Yeah.
Love like, you know, if it hits you, it punches you in the fucking face, or it makes me want to fucking cry, or whatever, you know.
You know what? There's a lot of good music coming out these days. You know,
It is, and it's not hard to find. You just gotta go and, you know, you go through you dig it through the crates, which I miss. Like, you know, a record collecting all this, but even then, it's like stuff that's already been out or whatnot. But it was like online, go to different sites, different days. So now you check it out, and it's free or whatever, you know. And you'll find, like, you know, I find a lot of like young bands out there that I do like, and some of them, you know, I don't know them or whatnot, but like, you know, some they might have attitudes of, because I'm from an older band, quote unquote, whatever. I don't care. It's like, I think a band's good. I'll be addicted to it. Just say thank you or whatever, you know? It's like, you don't have to like my band. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's all right. You don't have to. I don't want you to. I have problems, you know? I'm a grown man. You're 18. You should be running away from me and calling the cops.
go and see the number ones if you're in Brooklyn. Go and check out the number ones with Homefront. Gonna be a good show. I wish I could go.
Yeah,
great band. The old, you know, Irish punk tradition.
I have a couple of their singles. Yeah,
they're good. They're great.
They're good.
They're great. Yeah. All right, Eric, what's your number 2? What you got?
All right, 2. All right, from now on, it's just gonna be all old records, old
all right,
classics. So anybody who knows me, I'm kind of weird. Weather affects the kind of music I play. So we just went through fall and winter, and I was listening to a lot of like dark British records and moody stuff and anarcho stuff and all that. I don't know what the weather's like in New York area, but Pittsburgh here, we're getting like sunny 70. It was like 75 degrees today. We're getting like early spring, right?
Yeah.
So my mood
It's springish.
Yeah. So I'm listening to like shit like this now.
Hey, well, yeah.
This is this may be a perfect record. I mean, looking at 8 songs, looking at the track listing now, every single song on this record is incredible. There's no duds.
Yeah,
this is a fucking great record. Yeah, Agent Orange, Living in Darkness, Posh Boy Records, 1981. They just have that Orange County, Southern California sound mixed with surf music. And they're good musicians. They do it well. There's like a surf instrumental song on here that's incredible. Incredible fucking guitar work. The sound is incredible. I always love the guitar tone on here. It's just so raw, but it's so melodic. And he has a great voice. He's singing. It's a dark record. Like every song is like, it makes you feel good listening to it. That you really listen to the lyrics. Everything, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Young to Die, The Last Goodbye, Living in Darkness, Everything Turns Gray. You know, fucking. I was shocked. I put this through the search engine like 3 times. I'm like, somebody had to have shown this record already on this show. And believe it or not, I don't think anybody's ever fucking shown this record on here. I was shocked.
Yeah.
But, you know,
this is like
records out there, you know.
What's that?
There's a lot of records out there.
Yeah.
But like to me, this is just one of those like quintessential household name Southern California. This is up there with the Black Flags and the Adolescents and the Dead Kennedys. Even though they were Northern California.
Best California records without a doubt.
For sure.
You know?
I played this one just even today. Like I just kept flipping the record, flipping. I played this like 30 times without exaggerating today.
Yeah, great.
And there's like an old price tag on here for the Pittsburgh viewers. There's an old IDES price tag, $3.
I got one like that too.
Yeah. I keep tags on here, like records I bought in the
$1.99. Sound
nice. Oh, you got me beat.
Oh yeah, you got that annoying sound sticker.
You can't take it off.
Never get those things off. Forget about it.
Never.
I was just gonna rip the whole graphic.
No, leave it. I like.
I leave it. I leave it.
I
Yeah.
usually leave them. Yeah.
Because I'll look at this stuff and I'm just like, if I tried to get this on Discogs right now, it could be like $100 record, safe to say. You know, I'm like fucking bucks.
Yeah.
I found that I had that, back in the day, whatever. God knows what happened to it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get a copy of it, but and this was only about like 3 years ago, right? I was like, I got to get another copy. Going online, all this, and it goes for good money.
Yeah.
I bought 2 records from this guy that I had, 2 California punk records that I had when I was a kid, and they'd gone on the way wherever they gone. And I looked at it. And both of them, mint condition for like nothing. Original pressing about 3 years ago for this guy, whoever he is, $30.
Damn.
Nice.
That's good.
$30. And the same guy, the record I bought before that was TSOL Dance With Me for $40.
Yeah.
In like mint fucking condition without the fucking barcode. The original pressing I had when I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but I was like, well, that happened to a lot of my records.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
And I was and filling in the spaces. And I'd find these people online and whatnot, and he was like, yeah, whatever. He's like, give me 40. There you go.
If you really search, you'll find deals. You just got to be patient and really search.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do most of my shopping.
Not
Anyways,
cash in on there, trying to sell them, and they'll go fast too. I mean, I see that, and I buy them right away because I'm like, if I wait till tomorrow, it's gonna be gone. Someone will buy it.
Do you guys? What do you guys think of the one after that? This Is the Voice. You're into that too?
Is that the one with the 3 of them on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never listened
They
to
got
that.
Enigma or whatever.
It's a little lighter, more poppy, but I think it's still a good record. I think
I've never listened to it.
it's worth checking out. It's worth.
Yeah.
I had it when I was a kid, but I remember I didn't like it. I was 14 though.
Yeah.
You're probably ready for it now.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Paul.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, what's your?
Okay, this one. I don't know if you want to call it post-punk or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is like the Strangers of the Night, UFO fucking live album, which is one of the best live albums ever recorded. Well, this is the post-punk version of it, as far as I'm concerned. It came out about, I don't know when it came out. 10 years ago? Maybe less. I forget. Anyway. Ultravox, Return to Eden.
Whoa.
Double live from the Roundhouse.
Oh, Roundhouse.
It's a big juror singing. It's not what John Fox was. But this record, get all the hits and more. Such a great fucking live album. The production, the playing, the crowd, everything. It's a great fucking live album. If you like Ultravox, this double live came out a couple years back. It's a great fucking live album. Great fucking live. Everything on it. It's like I said, it's got all the hits. Double live. It's quality. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Ultravox were a band I got into later. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being a kid, first hearing like Sex Pistols, Ramones, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I see all these other records in the record shops. I mean, like, I don't know what the hell this thing is. What they are. But I'd hear in the background, maybe. And maybe I'd remember. Most of the time, not. Remember that. And then, after the years passed, check out Ultravox. I mean, because Vienna was a cool song.
That was the big hit in England.
Exactly.
States too, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, well, let me see. And All Stand Still or whatever stands or whatever. The new wavy one. That was a hit. But anyway, checked into all this stuff, and I was like, wow, these guys were great. And like the the first Ultravox album, you know, that Young Savage and all that, and Slip Away, my favorite young Ultravox song of all time. And you listen to it, and it's post punky, whatever you want to call it, but you got to know, like, these guys were coming for like prog bands and shit like that, like in rock and roll. There's a lot of fucking violin on that record, you know what I mean? Like a lot. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy with the fucking violin, what, you know, rent or something? Like, you know, it's like, he's on the song. Oh, okay, here he goes again with the violin. And yeah, there was a lot of that going on back then in the late 70s. Like, you know, I mean, even like with Vibrators, those guys were a bunch of fucking long-haired fucking proggy, whatever the fuck guys.
They're more
like,
like,
you know, we can do like,
Keith Richards.
we can make it a lot simpler and make more money if we just cut our hair and played bullshit. And that's what they did. Nobody cared about their band before that.
That's true.
You know? So, you know, we just cut our hair, cut our tighter clothes, got rid of the fucking, you know.
Paul, is that live album sort of the Vienna sort of era or before that?
No, this came out 2000. This came out late. A couple of years ago, like 2014, maybe. It was recorded at the Roundhouse.
That's a legendary venue too, you know, the Roundhouse.
Yeah. 2009. Sorry.
Okay.
2009 it came out, and it's a great fucking live album, and it's like I said, all the hits, and it's just the production, everything. It builds. I've been listening to it lately. I found it because I got mental problems on YouTube, and like I listen to stuff to go to sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You got to find your shit what you need, and sometimes it's the rain falling in the forest, or the rain falling on the tin roof. Sometimes it's the nationalist, socialist, depressive black metal demo tape. That shit will knock you out in a fucking heartbeat. Trust me on that. It really is just white noise. It's like some guy banging a fucking shopping cart against the wall. You're asleep in 10 minutes, bro. I'm telling you. Whether they're Nazis or not, you don't even know what the guy's saying. It's fucking amazing. You know? But I found this, actually, the actual show where this is recorded from. It's on YouTube. Right. I've been putting on a base week and whatnot. I go to sleep fine. My dreams aren't as crazy as they get crazy. They get pretty fucked. But yeah, Ultravox fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Made you motherfucker filled in for fucking Thin Lizzy. What the hell was he doing at Thin Lizzy?
Played in Thin Lizzy for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was he doing at Thin Lizzy? Because him and Phil Linda were friends. This guy had no business being a Thin Lizzy. But there he was.
I always,
you know, here I am. Hi.
Just live though. He didn't play on any of the records. He just did some shows with them, right?
Yeah, he did shows, but still, it's like, what are you doing up there? That was my buddy. You know, and it's fucking cool shit like that. Yeah, the Ultravox, man. I love the deck, and yeah, this record, Return to Eden, Double Live, all the hits. You can find, and it's not hard to find it all.
I see it.
Yeah, go get it. Don't be a jerk. Go get it.
Nice.
I'll get it.
There you go.
All right, Mark, what's your second record?
Okay, so it's a UK82 band.
Oh,
with a Peel session that I didn't really know about because I don't think there's many UK82 bands with Peel sessions.
Yeah.
There's a Vice Squad one. I remember that from the Flexi thing. I can't think of any other ones.
Action Packed.
There you go. Action Packed.
Hey.
So I like the singles. I like the albums, right? But this is fucking killer. This is so, like, I guess whatever they recorded those Peel sessions in, the studio was so much better than what they did the 45s in and everything like that. It's so much more powerful on this with the drums and everything on this. And I always liked this band, but I was this put new life into this band to me.
I got that recently too, and I do like action packed, but you're right, that kind of like
it ups it up.
Yeah,
and
I've never heard of bad Peel sessions.
no, I don't think
I've never heard a bad recording.
Right.
There's
Right.
some
Oh,
bands
no,
I'm like,
no,
whatever.
no.
I'll listen to their Peel session. I'm like, fuck, they rule.
Oh, there's some amazing ones. There's some like but this one just I don't know. It totally
I never
turned
heard that
around,
one. I'm
man.
gonna seek that one out.
No, it's worth buying.
We kind of hate the underrated thing. It's kind of meaningless, but I think that band is underrated in that.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, now
Right.
I never liked the second record that much, and now I like it a lot. It's like it totally changed everything. It's weird.
That's funny. I actually had that in my pile for tonight too.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I don't. I got rid of it.
Oh, okay. But I just bought it. It was like $20 somewhere or whatever, and it's worth it. It's worth every cent.
Nice.
And, it makes you go back to all the other singles and listen to it again, and you hear it now. And like, if they had I don't know, man. It's
great singer too in that band.
She is.
Nice voice. Yeah. She started off when she was young or whatever, but she was when they finished. Yeah. But she got it chopped together. You know?
Oh no, and there's really good liner notes in it and stuff. It's definitely worth buying.
Yeah,
I'm trying to talk market at doing Manufactured Romance, English band. Gonna get 1 7-inch.
Oh,
and there's a CD out that if you can find it, whatever, something recorded, and a female singer. They were great.
Great
Romance. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, Manufactured Romance. They had a song. They said the 1 7-inch. Oh God, what the hell's it called, honey? Oh jeez, I can't. Manufactured Romance. Just Google that or whatever. They have 1 7-inch out. That's all they put out. The guitarist of the band was like beaten to death some years back.
Damn.
Or whatever. But there's a CD they released with unreleased recordings or whatever, and I don't know, like Mark, he's a big, female vocalist.
Oh yeah,
like guy like me. Like I'm wearing a fucking Ronette shirt, right? A bootleg Ronette shirt. And yes, Manufactured Romance. Definitely check that out.
Nice.
No, it was good. I liked it. You got me into that.
Hey Mark, now it's sort of a bit of UK82. Is it safe to announce your upcoming project?
Oh yeah. We announced it. It's a No Future box set with all the singles, but we're trying to throw. There's an extra surprise I'm not going to talk about yet, but it's really cool. And then I got in touch with this guy Tony. What's his name? Matram. He did all the sounds pictures back then, and he just gave me a whole shitload of like Violators and Blitz pictures and stuff like that. And so I sent them to Mackie. It's like him in his house with his sister and stuff like that. Really cool shit. And it's gonna be a 4 LP thing with a box set, all the No Future stuff. So, that's what got me into all this stuff, is that the No Future stuff.
Yeah, classic stuff.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
The book's really cool, and then there's good. I don't know. We're reprinting a fanzine. There's a bunch of stuff coming. It's really cool. You'll see.
I saw like the thing you posted on like Facebook and stuff about the book. It looked really interesting.
Oh yeah. There's so many pictures that no one ever saw before too.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Stuff like that is cool because it has to do with a label that put out, a flurry of great reggae or whatnot. It mattered and whatnot.
Yeah,
which I enjoy. Stuff like that when they do box sets or releases and stuff like that, or whatever it may be. Because it's like okay, we're all getting older now, and we got access to the internet or cameras or this, Not everything needs a fucking a biography or a fucking movie,
right,
or whatever. It's like. It might have been cool, but all right, shut up. Remember it. Right? It's like there's like a book out now, I think, about like club, St. Vitus, that club, right? Don't get me wrong. Played there a couple of times. Very nice people. They treated me very nice. They were always very cordial, very cool with me. Nothing against them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you nothing bad about it. There's a book about them. It was pictures. They weren't even around for 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Do we need this? Not everything, he's a fucking, oh my. And Freddie Alvin's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. Nice guy, he is. But did we need a friggin' a documentary with that friggin' compilation tape he put out when he was a kid? No, we didn't. It wasn't that interesting. All right, stop. It was a cool con for the kid. I didn't like it. I love that stuff. It ain't about me. Kids like it, sold out, brother. You gonna make a movie? Come on, relax, Mo. Stop. You got nothing else to do with your money. We got to document. Fucking the label, whatever. They put out the Creed Cop fucking record. Who the fuck wanted that? Nobody wanted Creed Cop when they were around. They sucked. You had to put out that record with the collected works.
Get yourself together, Mark.
Nobody gave a shit about that. Nobody gave a shit about Don Rickles. Knock it off. Not everything's got to be reflected. There was a reason why nobody heard about these bands. Because they suck.
You're killing me. I'm literally crying.
Somebody's got to say it. It's the truth. Not everything's good. Because it's old, but it's good. Look at your grandfather. He was a dick.
Mark, should I take over?
Right. I gotta get tissue. I'll be back.
Anyway, let's have a little drink, shall we? Before we. A little drink won't hurt. I was wondering. This is not my pick, but I want to. It's kind of be my lead in because I even got Mark into this record.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. They're nice.
Yeah. This is the record of 2024. Everyone loves this record. They're a great band. They're playing with the Undertones this week in France.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is cool for this band.
Yeah.
Great band. But the point I'm showing this again is because this band has made me go back and listen to sort of other records, indie pop bands with girls, women singing, all that kind of stuff. Some of that stuff I didn't like back in the day. Listen to John Peel back in the day. The John Peel show, you're sitting there, you're waiting for some Japanese hardcore or an extreme noise terror Peel session. He's playing all this indie pop, which I didn't like then. I love it now. I think this one is the GOAT of that mid-80s Scottish indie pop, jangle pop, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a classic. It's fucking the Shop Assistants.
Hey,
that's a great record.
Hey,
first time owner. I just bought the reissue. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's this record that's making me go back and checking out stuff I missed or didn't like before. Now it's all clicked into place. This is just, what can you say? It's, mid-80s, Scotland. Scotland was fucking overflowing with these kind of bands in the mid-80s. There's so many of them, from Scotland back then in the mid-80s. But I think this one is the best one.
Yeah, no, they were cool. Another band, I don't own the records, but, later, like you said, you see the names. Saw the names when I was a kid. In the early 80s or whatever it came out. And I paid attention. But I'm like, well, now I went to the internet. Let me check out some of this. And I'm like, and then, get older now. Your palate is, got a little thing to it.
Yeah.
And, and you're like, this is nice. And it's cool to see that. It's full of rediscovered shit that you ignored because there was so much shit I ignored as a kid.
Yeah, right.
Just because I was a teenage jerk, whatever, you know, like all of us. Like, I don't know that, you know. And now you're like, holy crap, you know what I mean? And yeah, like stuff like that.
I mean, it's like real lo-fi,
Yeah.
indie pop. It's kind of almost a punk record with like jangly guitars. It's kind of
Yeah.
got a bit of like a Ramones feel under there. If you
Yeah.
listen. And a little bit of, there's some slower songs which are cool too. Almost like shoegazy, kind of like psychedelic pop. But this record is just like such a fun, great record. Upbeat indie pop.
Yeah.
Great stuff. You know?
Okay, yeah. No, there was something like I said, like now, like when it pays like at least 10 years. Stuff that like I never really paid attention to. It's now I'm like, I'll check it out or whatever. So like something like, you know, I mean, when Duck Rock came out, Malcolm McLaren, and all that, you couldn't like leave New York, go to New York City without hearing that any club you fucking went in, you know. And me being a young teenager, underage, you heard it, you know. Now I'm like, I wish I could walk into a club and hit this fucking thing, you know. You know, I didn't give a shit about it then, but now I'm like, you know. Fucking anything like okay, a lot of this stuff's getting like popular again now, kind of sort of whatever with the skinhead thing or whatever. They're getting into the 80s new wavy pop type of thing or whatever, which is fine, whatever. They like home front, but not home front. You know what I mean? These guys are, you know, rolling up their fucking jeans and doing the whole bit. And then, you know, they're more like, you know, this. And then, you know, the guy comes to say, you know, fucking roll with it, man. Make an effort, you know? These guys may never write this song and all this shit. Like, you know, stop yelling. What are you so mad about now? You know? I get it. I've done them. We did Boys Don't Cry, but that's funny. It's Boys Don't Cry. And I say it like an asshole. You know? Well, if you're trying to like do something different, well, then make an effort. You don't like, you know, you know. You know, I don't know. It's and buy a fucking distortion pedal for your fucking guitar, for Christ's sake. Skinhead band, for Christ's sake.
The funny thing is, I heard like there's like this is kind of like a punk record, you know.
It is. I think it is.
And I just found out there's like a CD, like expanded CD. They do like Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Oh, really?
They covered it back in the
That's
day.
gonna be interesting. Wow.
Yeah, I gotta hear that.
But like the Shop Assistants covering Ace of Spades, like back in like mid '80s, that's quite a thing, you know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But I feel like, okay, I don't know if this is a true thing or not, but like maybe there's like young kids who have like bought this and have not heard like all, you know, all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe you could like go back and listen to all these.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
One would hope. Now with the advent to the internet that they can and do that.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
There's so many though of these, like UK. There was tons of these kind of indie pop bands, tons of them. So many. They're all great in my mind now. At like 58 years old, I think they're all great.
UK like the damn series drinking.
Yes. I forgot about them. Serious drinking, yeah.
Such a great fucking band.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know, shit like that, and what was I paid fucking $40 for this 45, and it's the only thing I own for them. But they're not that old. Wavy Jumper.
That's
the name of the song. Wavy Jumper.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Ooh, where's me jumper? But
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name of the band though. Let us know in the comments.
There's something of something. There's something of something is what they.
Yes.
There's something of something. And that's what they are.
That got in the charts in the UK though. That thing.
Yeah. And I won it on 7-inch because I own a DJ 7-inches whenever I get a chance to DJ. And
I'm going to try and remember that as we go around. I know that song.
Yeah. Sultans of Ping. Somebody just put it up there.
The Sultans of Ping. FC.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can relax now.
I'm on a base fucking Anglophile here. You know? I got a fucking Mr. Shifter tattoo from PG Tips over here on my arm. So there you go.
Best tea in the world.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Eric, it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
Number 3, yeah?
Number 3.
Right.
Number 3.
Okay, I'm going to Canada now. So here's a band I always thought, they're from Montreal. I always thought they were Canada's answer to the Replacements, like early Replacements.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, maybe they predate the Replacements. And I did some Googling, and I think the Replacements had a couple records before these guys, before their first record came out. So I don't know. I always got a strong Replacements vibe when I listen to this. And this is their first EP, their debut.
Oh.
The Nils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sell Out Young is the title of it on Psych Records. I think this came out in like 85. And it's a 4-song EP. The best format ever is the 12-inch 45. This record sounds incredible. 4 songs, all 4 songs are perfect. Just good, like kind of poppy, Replacements-y, but with a harder guitar, kind of like a Black Flag hardcore guitar. Just great. Again, like going back to like the weather's changing, put me in a good mood finally. I might like wear some color instead of black all the time. This is a good fucking record. It just gets you in like a fucking good mood. And I don't listen to it much, but every spring I pull this off the shelf and I play the fuck out of it for like a week, and I put it back till next spring. And it's just one of those great like feel good kind of just like you were saying earlier, Paul. Just a record you put on and just forget about the fucking ills of the world and just bop around and blast it and sing along. Good fun. There's a song on here called Fountains. That song is fucking incredible. The song Fountains. It just has this like raw, almost like Black Flag nervous breakdown kind of guitar. And then it just kicks into this like great upbeat, dare I say pop punk? Like you were saying, Mike, pop punk from the 80s.
Back in the days.
The term is coined and all that garbage came out. Like just good punk rock that had like pop sensibility and just sing along and fucking, yeah.
I might be seeing that record, but I've never listened to it. I gotta check that out.
Either.
I've never seen it for forever.
But you remember they were on one of those like BYO compilations.
They were. Not the someone who got their head kicked in. The one something to believe in.
Something to believe in. Yeah.
They're on the Something to Believe in comp. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just good. They're a Canadian band, Montreal. I think they had like 2 brothers in the band. You know, anytime there's a band with like siblings, it's fucking legendary.
That's kind of weird. The Nils, and then you got the Dills. They had 2 brothers as well.
Yeah. You're right. I wonder if that was a kind of a nod to the Dills. Like, oh, we got 2 brothers and 2 brothers. We call ourselves the Nils instead of the Dills.
Hey, you know, Jerry, fuck you.
But this came out in 85. I think there's like a couple pressings from the same year. They did like this red one, and then there's one that's like yellow. And then like the yellow in the logo here is red. You know, it's like it's switched. I don't know, for like the record nerd.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't see that. I've seen it forever.
Press than the other or whatever. But I've always had this red one. And like I said, it's a 4-song, 45, 12-inch. It's just a loud record. It's fucking great.
I've got another record by them. It's a full-length LP. It's got
a full length. I can't remember what it was called. Like white and had like a photo of the band.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
That's I can't remember the name of it, but it was their full length after this. I'm pretty sure this is their debut first record.
It's a good record.
It's a really good record. But yeah, if anybody watching never heard of them, like I said, start with the song called Fountains. YouTube that song. It's fucking incredible.
Okay.
If it doesn't put you in a good mood, then you must be dead inside.
Yeah, suck it.
So yeah, that was pick number 3 from me.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, Paul, what's your number 3? What you got?
This band, another band that as a teenager, I've never seen the name, hearing the name. I don't know if I've ever heard the music or not. Maybe. So I worked at a record store or this and going to clubs and blah, 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 blah. But never paid any attention to like the last maybe 2-3 years on a whim. And I have the first like 5 albums, and I love them. Monochrome Set.
Oh,
The
Monochrome Set. Fuck. Yes.
This it's a live record. It almost works as the greatest hits record. I think it was supposed to be their last show back in the day. I'm not sure. There you go. This band, such a creepy, quirky, weirdo fucking band.
It's hard to describe them.
Yeah,
Like, fucking out there.
Post punk. This you can't even. They were just fucking freaks, and catchy songs when they wanted to, and then weirdo Latin beats out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they were just a great fucking band. And past like maybe 2 years. Like I said, when I was a kid, I've never seen the name. 2 years, I'm like, love them. And they turn me on, and I fucking love the music. It's just such a fucking freak show, and I dig it. And it's like, yeah, this Latin shit. Like,
And they get away with it though, right? They mix this Latin shit, like,
yeah,
but it works.
It doesn't sound like they're trying. That's what I like
Yeah.
about a lot of these bands. Okay, a lot of the English bands, especially like back then and whatnot, there was so much fucking slap bass going on in the fucking late 70s, early 80s. These white guys were fucking, appalling. And then, and they got, like, who the fuck is this nigga? And they're doing it, but and it sounds right. And they're doing it because it means something to them. Because England was such a smaller place compared to America. Because of it's a smaller place, and these bands can get bigger because they're touring as well, and it meant something to people, and it wasn't this wide landscape of Led Zeppelin and fucking bullshit and fucking over here, you know what I mean? And it just this is my opinion, which like I said, I'm half drunk and I do drugs, but whatever. Yeah, and it just sounded natural.
It did that, yeah.
It didn't sound like they were trying. They weren't like trying to be this funk band, or like listen, we're a bunch of white boys trying to be black. No, they just learned the best they could and did it, and had the guy who sang like half a girl, leading the band. You know what I mean? It was like, and it's weirdo fucking shit. And it worked, and it was cool. It was just, if you were a freak, you fucking identified with it because, we're all fucked up and fuck everybody.
But you're right, though. That's all that like stuff like the Glaxo Babies and the pop group and the Gang of Four.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like they mixed the funk in with like this post-punk, but
orange juice, forget about it. I love orange juice. Oh, man, that these motherfuckers had no business playing that shit. Okay, there's the one black guy in the band, but you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? All right, cool. And they did it, and it worked. They weren't trying; it worked out. And I worked there with so many, even like commercial hits. like even like ABC, you know, Luca Love and stuff like that, whatever. You know, I'm sorry. Oh God, Communards, shit like that. Forget the singer there, Somerville, Jimmy Somerville.
The Communards.
Yeah, Communards and Bronski Beat. Bronski Beat. Yeah, they really Jimmy Somerville, tiny little gay guy from England or wherever, you know.
Scotland.
His voice is so ethereal, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's so soulful. And if you play this to any brother from, you know, Brooklyn, Bronx, and you tell this little gay white guy making it, like, fuck you, no way, there's no way. You know, it's ethereal, beautiful, and that's why I was the English. They hate it, man. You know,
I think like when we were kids around that time, we didn't appreciate it enough.
No, not at all. No. I was an asshole. You know, I liked hardcore punk and oi and shit like that.
Yeah,
and you know, certain things I like here and there. Whatever. Yeah. You know, I like Jackson 5, so I like the American stuff that I grew up listening to on the radio and whatnot. But like anything else, you know, whatever. I was like trying to be not so much a tough guy because I wasn't, but you know, just didn't want to pay attention. But then I started to, and just sort of buying records that I liked it, and realized that I like records for the people. So, you know, and you know, it started making more sense. You know, maybe I be by myself because you know I got nothing to hide. I got a checkered past. I was an asshole when I was a kid. You know, like I did a lot of fucked up shit. That's selected, that's paid. You know, I got nothing to hide. It's okay. I'll let you know. You know, I was a dick. You know.
Yeah, we were spoiled in the 80s in the UK. I didn't realize at the time.
Yeah, that's great music over there.
I know, but like, you know,
the two-tone thing alone over there.
We'll get to that a little bit.
Shit.
We'll get to that in my next pick. We'll get to the two-tone stuff.
70 the Jags, Elvis Costello, Sniff records alone. Oh,
there's so much good stuff.
There was so much stuff that like I secretly liked when I was younger. I'd never admit it to my friends because, like you were saying, Paul, I just wanted like Discharge and fucking hardcore and punk and stuff. And then now, like I'm in my 50s and I'm like, oh, I fucking admit it. I love that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll buy the T-shirt. I got the records. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
You know, no apologies. I'm just like, yeah, I love all that stuff. And I liked it when I was young, but I would never admit to it because like all my friends wanted fucking hardcore and thrash. Yeah.
We weren't bullies. Yeah, we weren't bullies, but we weren't tough guys either.
Yeah. And now I'm like, oh man, I love all this stuff. And no fucking shame. I love it.
Great music.
One good thing about
Monochrome Set.
Monochrome Set is amazing, but it's hard to describe. You've got to listen to them. You've got to check them out to get to.
It's I can't explain what they are.
Really. Hard to explain.
Very hard. Very hard to explain.
Listen to the Monochrome.
It's called Finn. I think it was supposed to be their last show, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a live record. All the tracks live. It's almost like the greatest hits for them.
Right.
Record. It's worth checking out. You can listen to it online.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, amazing. But yeah. All right, Mark, what's your?
It's very similar to your pick, Mike. In fact, I almost picked the Shop Assistants, but
okay.
And I think because of that French band, I picked this because
aren't you going back and listening to that kind of stuff a little bit more?
Yeah, the Flatmates.
Yes. Yeah.
The I don't know. Indie pop? What would you call it?
It's the same. It's all that kind of indie pop, jangle pop, whatever you want to call it. Just great.
Yeah. So this is
the Iowa pop music.
It's a collection. I guess it's about 10 years old. Oh, 2013 it came out. I had a couple of the singles even as a kid. Somehow I got into it. There was a mail order to Maximum Rock and Roll. Blacklisted. and they had the single because it was on K Records
Right.
back then. So I ordered them, and I always liked it. Like I never had all the singles. I only had 2 or 3 of their singles, and I guess I saw this one day, and I was like, "Oh, that band's great!" So I bought it. And it's definitely Ramones influence. Definitely, I wouldn't call it a punk band at all, but it's punky, you know. I don't know. What do you think they listen to? The Undertones or something like that? I have no idea. But like, I can't figure out what they're. But it's just good pop music. It's good songwriting, catchy as hell. These they charted, right? As far as the indie charts.
They had a few hits, I think.
Yeah. Shimmy or something. That song's great, you know. And I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anybody that likes this band, or I've never talked about it with any of my friends or anything like that. But I don't know anybody that, you know, but it's fucking great, and I can't explain. But you know it, Mike.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Didn't like it back then, but now I'm all about it. But there's the Primitives as well, who are a bit more.
Yeah.
Like the Darling Buds were amazing too. There's so many of those kind of bands from the UK at that
But
time.
I think they're like a better version of the Primitives or something to me, because Primitives don't quite do it for me, but they're like what I think the Primitives should be.
Primitives is more polished, definitely more mainstream.
Yeah.
Flatmates and Shop Assistants, the more sort of like DIY version of that kind of.
Right. But do you think they influenced all those 90s bands? I can't tell. You know what I mean?
It's hard to know, right? It's hard to know.
Yeah. And I don't know, but it's this moment in time. And I guess they're still around because they had a recent record a couple of years ago now.
They put an album out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
With the horse.
I had it, and I never listened to it, and I don't even know where it is now. But I should give it a shot because they're a really good band.
It's funny because it's that Alvilda record is having the same effect on you as it is on me. I'm like, I want to hear like more of this, like.
Yeah.
Like,
because I know I like it, I just don't know all the bands, you know.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
Nice.
I think it's expensive now, that compilation, because I've never seen it.
It's on my like wish list on the Disc Union, but it hasn't showed up.
Oh, it never shows up.
Not yet.
It's great though. You should, if you could get it. It's so good. So that's my pick.
All right, I'm going back to the UK again for my next round. What kind of? Yes and no. So, like, man, in the 80s, we had a lot of amazing reggae in the UK, like fucking tons of it. A lot of it, but the band for me was Steel Pulse. They were my band. I saw them a few times. They were always amazing. So that's sort of my area of expertise is like that 80s UK reggae, and also like Black Uhuru and Linton Kwesi Johnson and all that kind of stuff from the 80s. That's kind of like
so much great UK reggae.
It's Black Roots from Mistian Roots from Bristol.
Yeah, musical youth.
Pastor Dutchie.
It was great. I saw them at the Ritz in New York with my friend Tony. It was a matinee show at the Ritz in New York for $2. And it was me and him, 2 skinheads, and a bunch of kids and their family. Great. They were amazing.
So, Studio One, I know it. I'm not super familiar. Mm-hmm. So the other day I saw these records in the store, and like I had to get them. Let's have a look at them. I've got nothing to educate anybody about this because I'm a novice. It's new to me. It's like these Studio One women.
Oh, those are cool.
Volume 1.
Yeah.
And Volume 2. Oh, I got these. I was just sat here looking at. It's one of you look. You turn your seat around and like look at the record player because you're so engrossed. It's like, so okay, this song's great. The next song's great. There's not one bad song on any of these. Like both of these, 2 double LPs. I've not heard of any of the singers on these. None of them. So it's all new to me. Claudia McLean, Jennifer Lara, Hortense Ellis, I guess is a little bit.
Yeah.
I started
great.
I started like jotting down favorites. I had to stop because it's like every song's a favorite on this. But
fuck yeah. Those they came out. The other couple of just came out about 10 years ago. It was Midlands, England reggae, and two couple. It was both. They were both double LPs, and it was like reggae for Midlands in England.
Well, Birmingham, Steel.
Yeah, it was all that, and it was. I have, and they're amazing. Because I have a big dub reggae guy, like they say that keeps me from murdering people, and like shit like that. Being a kid, and like being a kid, like whatever, going to shows and shit like that, and getting into reggae as it was because of the Clash and the other punk stuff was going on and whatnot. And then, like, the Bad Brains, of course, later, whatever. But that was later.
Mm-hmm.
But, on 2nd Avenue, I think it was 56th, or I forget whatever. It was a reggae shop called Cool Runnings when I was a kid, the early 80s, Cool Runnings. And, you had to walk down the stairs. So it was ground floor, but you had to go down like that. And I used to go in there when I was a kid. 14, 15 years old, getting original Studio One pressings, like $5, whatever, $6, and dub and early ska and whatnot. And it was like, Rasta guys out there, this bumping fat guy, I forget his fucking name. He was a sweetheart. And I go down and I was like, what he got? He's like, yo, skinhead, he put it on. And I don't think there were other too many skinheads going in there at the time. You know what I mean? And it was just cool. At $5 a piece, getting all this shit. And there was on WBAI, which doesn't exist no more, radio station. They had the reggae shows late at night with who's the fucking DJ? He was he was doing the reggae thing or whatever. Late, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd fall asleep to this stuff. Listen to it and whatnot. And then, because I would go to hardcore punk shows and stuff like that. So then, like, Gregory Isaacs. He was playing in Jamaica, Queens.
Cool Ruler.
Yeah, he was playing in Jamaica, Queens at this club, right? Jamaica, Queens. I know you don't know like the layout, but I'm in Yonkers at the time. I'm fucking 14, 15 years old. I want to go see the show because I go to punk shows. I go to the city. I go to these clubs. I pay my money and I'm getting in. I'm not drinking or whatever. Blah, blah. I go out to Jamaica, Queens. I am the only fucking white person within the whole fucking, whatever, 15 miles probably, whatever. Chubby little fucking shaven-headed, pimply skinhead kids, boots and braces. And I'm going, I want to see Gregory Isaacs. I show up to the club. I'm the only white guy there. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I want to see Gregory. And they're like, what? I'm like, I want to see Gregory Isaacs. I heard on the radio. And they were like, what are you, white boy? And I was no threat, They want that. So they let me sit by the door for that show. And I tried to go once again. I forget who was playing. Maybe Mighty Sparrow or whatever. And they were like, no, they're to go home. But they're like, sit by the door so we could watch you and make sure you're okay. I was the only white person. I was fucking 15 years old. And I was like, I want to see a punk show. Like, I don't know. I thought that's the way it was. Oh, they're black. I was supposed to be afraid. Whoa, black people. What? Yeah, I was an idiot.
But But you know what? Like finding like 2 double LPs worth of like all female singers doing this rock steady stuff.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing, and I'm just
big
like,
time, yeah. Big time. No,
Great
it's
stuff.
great
Cool.
shit. Great shit.
great stuff. Great
Fuck
stuff.
yeah.
And definitely like the roots of two-tone, all this stuff, you know.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So if you can find, there's soul jazz does just amazing.
Yeah. We had that and the bar that I worked at in the city. That's where I worked at, Hi-Fi, or whatever, and the jukebox. We had all the soul jazz compilations.
I got this one too, the Sugar Miner.
Fuck yeah.
He's one of my favorites, but
really,
I'm all about this at the moment. The Studio One woman. Amazing.
Good. I don't want to get that.
Fuck yeah.
You had these in the store, Mark?
I don't. I'm not the buyer. I hire other people. I don't do that. So I don't even look at my bins.
But you know those records though, right?
Yeah. We always get a couple. They do those nice box sets and stuff like that. They definitely do good. I definitely want to get those. Is that all 60s stuff?
It's like from mid 60s up to like really early 80s. Yeah.
How's the 80s stuff?
I mean, you can't really tell the difference, actually. Honestly.
Oh, really?
Early dancehall.
Yeah, it's dancehall, but it's cool though. It's like raw dancehall. It's not like,
okay.
Good stuff. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely gonna. I'll talk to my buyer on Monday and definitely have a load of beer.
All right, Eric.
All right, number
You
4.
Yeah.
Well, I just realized, like, looking at my last couple records after that Nils record, which I said they're from Montreal, Canada. I got like a Canadian theme going on.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even realize I did. That's weird. But well, this band is like, I think they're partial Canadian. They're from Ohio. Their whole thing was we have members from America, Canada, England. They had that logo. You guys remember the flag?
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah. And a band, Toxic Reasons. And this is, I think, their second album, Kill by Remote Control. And this is like the band. Their first one was called Independence, and they had like a different lead singer. And they were pretty much straight up like a DOA kind of rip-off, influenced by DOA. Like he even like kind of sang with like a fake British accent in the way that I did too, you know. And this one, I think the guitar player took over vocals. And man, this is like such a fucking good record. It's like came out in 1984. I don't even know what label. I'll have to do the old man thing here. Excuse me. I can't even find the label. My eyesight's shit. So anyway, somewhere it's this big. Somebody do the research for me. Somebody with better eyes. But anyway, Kill by Remote Control, 1984. The band, you can still hear some of that like punk rock DOA influence, but they're definitely getting into like where a lot of bands did in 84. That's like, I don't want to say it's metal, but it's got like that metallic influence tinge, like really just tight, riffy, and just fucking, you know, some good like guitar leads, you know, like proper fucking metal guitar leads. And this record is just fucking incredible. This is like a top 10 record for sure. It's melodic hardcore. It's fast, you know, for the most part. Then you get to side 2, and you kind of hear some of that earlier Toxic Reasons vibe. And then it gets to a point like the last couple songs on here could straight up be like the TSOL gothy, you know, era. It's definitely a bit of a ride, you know. It's not like a straightforward, fast, hardcore record. It comes out swinging. The first few tracks are definitely. The second song, Destroyer, is just one of the greatest.
I had seen them at least twice, I think, in the 80s, but I don't remember nothing. I know I saw them.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely
I was there, but I don't remember nothing.
Yeah.
I saw them in England, in Bristol, with Sloppy Seconds, but I don't remember too much about it either.
Sloppy Seconds.
They were a good band.
They're from like Indiana.
I just don't remember.
Like some close to the next state over from Ohio. Yeah, these guys were from like fucking Dayton, Ohio, or some shit.
Yeah, they were from like some weird Midwest shit or whatever.
I always thought the singer was English, though. I thought they had an English.
Well, that's their thing. Like they claim they had members from like Canada, England.
Was it like Tufty?
They had that logo,
right?
Like the flag.
Right.
They mixed like the 3 flags. Maybe the singer was English. I don't know.
Tufty.
I
thought it was Tufty. I don't know why I keep saying Tufty, but that's what I remember. Somebody was named Tufty in that band.
Yeah. I think that's yeah. David Tufke was the bass player. It was like his punk name, David Tufke Claw.
Right.
Yeah, the bass player. Mm-hmm. Good stuff though. I mean, they definitely have like. They remind me of DOA in a lot of ways, especially the earlier stuff. And you still hear some of that influence on here, but then they kind of came into their own with this record too. And all the records after this kind of followed suit of this sound, you know what I mean? With that just that tight fucking riffy kind of, again, I don't want to say it's metal. It's definitely not metal. But it's got that metallic fucking, there's some talent going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking just great record. And again, it's just one of those like, it's just a feel-good record. I put it on and I'm just like pacing around the house and feeling like a teenager again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great band.
Bullets for You is a good one too. I really like Bullets.
Yeah, I think that was the one that came after that, if I'm not mistaken. That one's really good too. Yeah.
There you go.
Again, another record, like I typed this into the fucking search engine 1,000 times. I'm like, somebody had to have shown this record. I don't think it's ever been on this show before. So.
Tufty played in the Zero Boys too. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Midwest. It's good fucking. I didn't even mention like just that Midwest fucking hardcore punk. So many good bands. And they all just had like that melodic yet heavy, fast, like the Zero Boys and Toxic Reasons. And so.
Okay. Oh,
that's number 3.
This is my turn.
It is.
All right, this one. I just love this record, and it's an odd one. For a vocalist, what I dig him again. My annual father show and the way this guy always presented himself, and like his first 45, I believe. I should have maybe studied up on this a little more. he did a version of some old R&B blues song, and I forget what it was. And then in the 60s, they brought the original guy who did this song, so black guy over to England, and he met him, and the guy's like, yeah, talking about him, and the black guy was like, nah, the guy that sang that, he's a black man. And he's like, no, that was me. Chris Farlowe.
Oh, Coliseum? Or was that Chris Farlowe solo?
Yeah. Chris Farlowe. Is it the third record, The Last Goodbye. And on Immediate Records, Blue Eyed Soul, like nobody's business. He gave Eric Burden a run for his fucking money. Big time. Big time. Chris Farlowe. This motherfucker had a voice. Holy crap. You know, I mean, he hit the notes and it wasn't like he was trying. You know what I mean? He wasn't stretching. It hit and it hit hard. Right there. He was there. And he had the style, the fashion, everything. You know, he was a good looking motherfucker with the suits and the whole shit, you know. And he, you know, there's videos that I think it's a him and it's on it's him and I forget about it. Look it up on YouTube, whatever. on BBC, whatever. And singing with I was gonna say forget Otis Redding. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. But whatever. It's like
we're always wrong on the show. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's like him and Eric Burden, and they're all singing together, and it's like fucking forget about it. You know what I mean? It's fucking like and he just hit it. He does a version. Okay, Bob Dylan, right? Okay, Bob Dylan. I ain't say nothing bad about Bob Dylan. How can I? Does it matter? No. Who cares what I say about Bob Dylan? But am I a fan? No, I'm not. I'm not. But I do like a couple of Bob Dylan songs, and I will never disrespect the man or take anything, whatever, away from him by no means. But my favorite Bob Dylan song is "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue," right? Yeah. Except by Bob Dylan. His version I can't fucking stand. Every other version I got on reggae, I fucking love.
The Them version. The Them version. Van Morrison singing. You ever hear that version?
That,
a great one.
Chris Farlowe, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, forget, what's her name? Lucky number one. That broad?
Lena Lovitch?
Yeah, her version sucks. Her version's not good. But there's so different. Little Bob's Story, from France.
Yeah.
A good version, and like oh God, I'm drawing blanks now. I've been drinking.
No, really.
But yeah. Oh, I love except his version. I listen to it and it's like, let the other guy sing. But yeah, Chris Farlowe, his voice, it's blue eyed soul. It's hard, it's hitting, and it's there. And what becomes of the broken hearted version of that? Oh my! It's like, you fucking feel, especially Look at me. I'm a huge soul guy. I spent so much fucking money on Soul 45s or whatever. I got sitting over here, black people OB money right now. You know what I mean? It's a joke, folks. It's a joke. All right? Lighten up, for Christ's sake. Anyway.
Paul, no, it's funny though. This is great actually, because I knew Chris Farlowe, but only from like the Atomic Rooster and Coliseum times.
Yeah.
So you posted the other day that I got this. Paul, check this out. This is amazing. Look at this. I got this. It's the Chris Farlowe. It's Out of Time, painted black. It's a Japanese thing.
Ooh, I never even saw that.
Yeah, I just saw it after you taught me that like he had all this solo career, and I picked it up. So
wow,
look at that.
Yeah, that's looking
great
cool.
cover too, right?
Yeah, it's crazy looking.
With the Obi takes up half the fucking cover.
It's huge. That's a huge Obi.
Probably the biggest Obi in the world.
And a lot of information they had to put on there and to make a bigger Obi.
He just, his voice and the way he attacked the songs was just so honest and real, and you felt it was cool. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheesy. It wasn't, I'm gonna make this a pop song now. But back then, of course, during the recordings, they had strings on everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's the way it was. It's like, we recorded songs. They gave it to the company. Oh, that's great. Put strings on this, and then the band's heard like, where do these fucking strings come from? We don't have a string. We don't got no string on, man. But that's the way it was back then. It made no sense. It was stupid. But they thought people needed strings to get by on it. I wish it was that fucking easy. I just fucking string them. Yeah, Chris Farlowe.
And he's still going. He's still going, right? He's still out and about doing gigs.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Yeah. But his first 4 solo records I have, and I adore. I listen to them constantly. And yeah, it's just good.
Yeah, he's great. I love him. Have you seen that Atomic Rooster video when he's eating the sandwich? Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's a crazy video.
Yeah. Every now and again, I put it on. It's like, oh, this is just.
What the fuck, man? This camera's here. Come on, put the sandwich down.
Everybody, check out the Atomic Rooster video of Chris Farlowe eating a sandwich. It'll just cheer you up. He'll just put you on the right path for your day. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what's your number 4? What you got?
Oh, number 4. So I collect soundtracks as well as punk records, I guess. And the Italian stuff from, I don't know, the 60s to early 80s is my favorite stuff as far as soundtrack records go. And Morricone, I think, is as good as it gets, as you know. So this is what I picked: is City of Violence. This came out in 1970. It has Charles Bronson, his wife Jill Ireland, and Telly Savalas is the bad guy in this.
Nice.
Kojak, yes. And, you know, it's like an assassin guy, and he gets fucked over by the girl, and this and that, and it's pretty good. And this one is it's like heavy kind of psych almost record. It's like really like fuzzy guitars and stuff. And you know, when he does contemporary stuff, Morricone, it was like, I don't know, the guy was capable of doing anything, any genre. So this is one of my favorite ones.
Where do you find these fucking wacko records from? Like your neighbors? Like,
From where?
You're going through their basements?
No, I get it. You know who got me this? I think Chris Minicucci found me this one.
Cooch?
But yeah, but I don't know. It's just I don't know where the fuck I get this stuff from. eBay. I just spent $400 on eBay.
Like, when you live in Brooklyn, all the old freaking swamp kitties dropping dead, and you know nobody wants it. The kids don't want their shit. Like you go to the basement, like, you know, hey, you know, I'll give you $50, and you walk down there, we're like, look at this fucking, you know.
No, but I don't get stuff like this. This stuff I have to either get really lucky in a store, but it never really happens. And most of the time, you know, I'm not one to talk, but that's kind of weird. Like, I gotta get lucky to get this fucking record. With this guy with the mustache. No, because you can't just go to most record stores and see something like this. Thing's older than me.
Well, thank God.
Hey, I gotta say though, there's a little bit of Morricone in the Monochrome Set, right?
There's a lot of things in the Monochrome Set. Morricone, macaroni. There's a lot of shit in the Monochrome Set. They were a trip. I think they're still around, and it's the one guy, and I think they play out here and there. I don't know how it is, and like how difficult it could be to. They were so weird. I like weird. It was weird and it's cool, you know. I mean, Toya Wilcox, right? Huge.
I love that.
I love her. Oh, I want to get a Toya tattoo for when she was Monkey in Quadrophenia. I want to get that tattoo on my leg. I love her. She's adorable, and she's still going to her with Fripp.
No,
her husband.
Those
videos ain't make her great.
Not for nothing. What a set of tits. She's a sexy woman. She is. God bless her. God bless her. And I have the records. I listen to them, and they're wacky. They're weird. You know, love it. You know, I'm a freak. I love all that shit. You know, people want to hear about hardcore. Fuck you. You know,
God, I can't believe it's going to be the last round. Well, it's like we're having too much of a good time. It's the, I think last round. The last round.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
All right, we've had a lot of UK, a bit of France. Put the two together. What do you get? England and France. Anglo. I don't know if
Burger King.
I don't know if any of you guys are into the habit of like replacing your original pressings or whatever with reissues. I don't usually do that, but I've just done it with this band because my originals are just fucked. They're partied on, they're scratched to hell. And this band went and reissued like their first 7 LPs all at the same time with these like special Japanese versions, and I just couldn't resist getting them. I think this is my favorite of their records. I kind of like them all actually, but I think this is my favorite. Stereolab. Transient random noise bursts with announcements.
I know the name, and that's about it.
It's a tricky band. It's like they started off. It's kind of like bit of Velvet Underground, bit of the krautrock, but French singer. So you've got like these French pop melodies over the top, but it's all about like repetition and the krautrock, and there's 18-minute songs on here.
They're a dance band.
Well, they actually, it's funny because they did after the next one, they went real kitsch and were adding like bossa nova and like lounge music. But before that, they were doing this kind of, it's not punk, but it's like almost like Velvet Underground meets krautrock kind of thing with like French woman singing. The early stuff is like really, really good. I would recommend this to anybody. This random noise bursts with announcements. Look at this. You get the nice OB as well. It's like these dim racks. I just went and bought them all, and then I'm going to get rid of my originals and probably just about break even, I think. But I love stereo. I like all of their records, but it sometimes fades into like background music. It's real hypnotic when you've got like an 18-minute song with that like krautrock repetition over and 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 over again with these like Velvet Underground like kind of guitar. The singer kind of sounds like Nico too. Yeah, they're a great band, I think, and real like left-wing politics and all that kind of stuff too. But I
think it's 1980, I don't know, 3 maybe, and at Danceteria, this old club is on 21st Street. Whatever. And I used to go there, hang out. I was fucking 16. I had no business being in there. I used to go there all the time. I was friends with bartenders. People thought I worked there. I did. I just hang out and drank. And a couple things happened there. But this, you mentioned Nico. It was me and Chris, the guitarist from Nihilistic. We were on the 3rd floor in the lounge, or whatever it's called. They were hanging out on these guys, and they're sitting there. This woman walked by, and I was like, "That's like Nico." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hey, Nico!" And she turned around, like that, and we were like, scared. And it was her. And she came over. She was like, "Oh, do you know?" She was looking for somebody or whatever. You know, I was like, "No, I just always wanted to say hello to you." And she's like, "Oh, that is so sweet." And she patted my cheek and walked away.
Oh,
that's my fucking. There you go. Boom.
That's a great story.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I guess she was living there at one point in time. That I found out later. That was a weird time in the early 80s. Especially that place. Yeah, that was great. Figured Psychic TV, the New York Scum Haters record. I'm on that record. That's me on Skin and Moonstop yelling. We were there. Me and my boy Tony in the front stage. It's the second show. It was the first show. They put us on the list for the second show. Genesis gave me the mic. That's me yelling, "Oh, you skinhead! Oh, you skinhead! Oh, you skinhead! Oh, you!" It's me. It's me yelling. 15 years old. Whatever. So yeah, it's fucking cool. A lot of weird shit happened on the kid,
Yeah. Any Stereolab fans who want to replace their entire Stereolab collection, now's the time because they're all out there. I got them all. Look at it. They're beautiful. Look at them. They're beautiful.
Do they sound good? I mean, the packaging looks amazing.
Beautiful. They're all like these fucking But they're just like limited editions for Japan. But they've got the other like worldwide pressings too.
Do they sound good, Mike?
They sound good. They sound great. They sound great. But I think I like this band. I think I can go through the whole way. But it does get a bit loungy, a bit like bossa nova as you go through. But the early stuff is like super Velvet Underground meets like
If it
noise.
makes you feel good, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
right.
Not a mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, when I worked in a record store, I did this thing where like I'd buy reissues and I'd file my original away, thinking like, okay, I'll play the reissues and file the original away because these originals are worth so much money now, and I don't want to, damage them and whatever, blah blah blah. And then I came to my senses. I'm like, fuck it. And I ended up just like selling all the reissues whenever I needed money and stuff like that. I'm like, I'll play the originals because like a lot of reissues sound good and stuff. But there was a period of time for sure, like you'd get these reissues and stuff, and it was just all
there's some terrible reissues. Yeah,
horrible.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm like, why am I fucking doing this? I just got rid of them all and just stuck with the originals.
Yeah.
There's something about like a beat up party on original record. 40-year-old record. That's
true.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But like, I think a lot of reissues and stuff lately have been sounding pretty decent, but
it's just like a reason for it. If there's a reason for it, and it's done tastefully, there's pictures, there's liner notes, there's this guy who hasn't said nothing about the band in years, and he played bass or whatever. You know what I mean? That's cool. Just because you put it on fucking purple vinyl, don't mean it's gonna be good.
There's too much of those unnecessary like reissues. Like
which I can talk about even myself right here. Fucking Sheer Terror, they put out the re-release of the records about a year or two ago, right? Blackout Records, right? Long story longer, me and Bill from Blackout were no longer friends. Obviously, was that, but he did his fucking whole thing. Like interview, whatever, talking about the re-releases, right? Talking about how my lyrics were so important and how they mentioned him and the records and all that shit, blah, 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 right? Okay, fantastic. The records came out, no lyric sheets. Dick, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? People stink. They do.
They really do.
They do. They stink on ice.
The general public, terrible group of people.
People you think you know, they stink on ice. They stink on a rich cracker.
All right, Eric, what's your last week? What you got?
All right, well, I guess I'm again weird coincidence, but I'm staying in Canada here.
Wow.
And this is just one of the greatest. I mean, greatest fucking bands, greatest Canadian bands.
Rush?
No, man, like don't get me started with Rush. I love Rush. My friend had a theory that like, Rush had that record or whatever, 21-12. You had to be between the ages of 12 and 21 to like Rush. If you're older than 21, you shouldn't be listening to Rush.
If it was only that easy.
I've grown to appreciate Rush a little bit. I liked them when I was a kid, and then I had a period of time where I fucking hated them. Now I hear some like Rush, especially the earlier stuff. I'm like, fuck.
It's all right. What if it's not Rush?
No, fuck Rush. The Subhumans.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there you go.
Canadian Subhumans. This record is incredible. Again, similar to that Toxic Reasons, where like the earlier stuff was more like punk rock, and they had like the goofiness, the Slave to My Dick song and stuff like that. This is like 1983 SST Records. SST Records. I mean, this is like, I bet you a million people, you could quiz them and they would never fucking think this record was on SST. It's one of those like
and one of
SST
the
records under the radar. You don't think of it. Yeah. When you think of SST, you think of Black Flag and Minutemen and Who's Kazoo and
Patrick Coley's Dog.
Yeah. Like this and like the
Sand twice.
And
twice I got stuck with them in a bill.
I think I saw him open for Black Flag. But anyways, this is a great record, and it's just kind of along those lines of like the Toxic Reasons record I show, where it's
that's great record. They were great band.
Just good riffing, good sound, tight songs, metallic, rock and roll guitar solos. This is just fucking incredible record. I play the hell out of this record all the time. What's the standout track? America Commits Suicide. Still relevant all these years later. Just really good record, man. And people always naturally want to get into that debate, like, okay, which Subhumans do you like more? Do you like the Canadian Subhumans or the English Subhumans? Of course, I like the English Subhumans more, but that doesn't mean this Canadian Subhumans aren't fucking brilliant, man.
They're so different from each other, you know.
It's two different bands, yeah.
Completely different. Completely different.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
But this record is incredible. SST Records, you would never know it was on SST. I don't know. That's my last pick.
Great record.
Great record. Classic.
Great record.
Great record.
And again, I'm surprised it was never shown on here before.
I think people sometimes don't. I don't know how this thing works. I've only done 110 of them. I don't know how it works.
I guess just for me, there's certain bands and certain records I just think are like household names, and I just assume everybody's into them and everybody loves them and stuff. And then like, I'm wrong. Like I'll sit around and drink and talk to people. I'm like, oh man, you gotta love this band, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, I never heard them, or oh, they're all right. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I just think they're like the Ramones or the Sex Pistols. Like everybody and their mother knows them. Apparently not. It's just, I guess, how you grew up, the group of friends you grew up with, the scene you grew up in, or whatever. Certain bands, were just, I guess, more popular around your circle of friends or within a scene or something like that. Yeah. So bands, I assume, I'm like, everybody fucking loves this record, right? They're like, actually, I never heard it. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? So I was just shocked that some of these. I was having a tough time this week picking records because I honestly wasn't listening to a lot of records.
I'm doing it every week.
I'm really fucking busy. Yeah. And then I'm like going through my play pile. I'm like, this is almost like typical stuff. Maybe it isn't, but to me, I thought it was typical. I'm like, I bet you all this stuff has been shown on here before. And then when it wasn't, I'm like, all right.
There's a million records that haven't been shown yet.
Yeah.
Millions. And it's endless. I'll be doing this till I'm dead. Which could happen at any time. But all right.
A garbage truck usually comes by and might crash into your building. Never know.
You never know. All right. What's your last pick, man? What's your last record of the day?
This guy, I mean, of course, everybody knows the H when he was young. I'm everybody, whatever. It was before our time, whatever. But and then this guy found heroin and folk music, and I didn't want to follow all that shit. So it was like, oh, this is that. But this record I adore, and he does the version of the Bob Dylan song I talked about, and also he does a version of the song. It's all over now, and he did a version of whatever. I can't fight. Dion. That's the old doo-wop singer. Dion and the Belmonts.
Wow.
When he fucking started going all folky. When he got hooked on dope. Wow. He turned around to Bob Dylan. And he was doing heroin deals in the fucking South Bronx or whatever. And trying to write his own songs or whatnot. And this song, this album, he does it's all covers or whatever. And a couple of songs are more like sort of doo-woppy or whatever. Not really. But he wanted to be a fucking folk singer. He had a great voice. He had a great mind for himself, whatnot and everything. But, he was just fucking getting the loan from the fucking Bronx, and he got hooked on dope. And, it's like, it was like, hey, sit down there, Tony, And, and a lot of records, I'm sure, are better, like, than this one, like, that he did after. Yeah, I mean, records, he learned how to play guitar. He's got, like, these fucking $5,000 Martin guitars that, he's playing acoustic and all this shit. Whatever, pal. This record, I like. I like this record a lot. And like I said, it's got one of my favorite versions of the Bob Dylan song. It's all over that way on it. And the other fucking song? Can't help. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Which is the name of the record, but I should say that. Wonder where I'm bound. But I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. It's by Tim something, the original. But he's it hit me. The first time I'd actually heard a lot of that stuff was in about like 15 years ago or so. Friends with the Dictators guys, and Scott, the guitarist who passed away for the Dictators, top 10. He helped put together a compilation of Dion stuff for Epic or whatever label it was.
Oh.
And I had a copy of it. I forget what it's called. It's a 2 CD box thing, really nice, and it's got his doo-wop stuff and then the fucking folk stuff. It's really nice. And Scott had a hand in that, and I didn't really know. So I worked with the Dictators for a minute there. I know Richie for a long time, Manitoba, and worked the stage for them for a little bit. It was a trip. Scott was a good guy, and it's Dion. He's a trip. He got hooked on dope. He was. He had all these like hits, the Wanderer and all this shit, and he's going to meet these guys in the parking lot, picking up fucking bundles. Crazy shit, guys, fucking Smokey Robinson. He was a crackhead. He was fucked up. Smokey, man, Smokey. You don't picture the Smokey like that, right? Ever. Motherfucker was fucked up, Whoa, it's crazy. You don't picture these guys like that, but they were. You go to Cape later with hip hop and whatever. No, these motherfuckers were doing this shit hardcore and bad, And like your mother was in love with this motherfucker, and she didn't know,
Oh, is that like late 60s, early 70s? That record,
This record came out in the 60s. I don't know the date right now. I can't see it, but it's 60s.
Oh, all right.
It's my way.
But when you mentioned the Wanderer, I was like, okay, now I get it.
It's after the Wanderer, after the fucking Dion on the Belmonts on the bottom. It's just late 60s. All right. But it's the Dion and the Belmonts. When he got popular, and he had his own record contract and whatnot, and he wanted to be a folk singer.
I had no idea. I have no idea, Dion. Yeah, I just know the early. I had no. I'm actually learning something here.
Yeah, he had.
I had no fucking clue.
Folk records. Some of them are good. Some of them are good. But this one I adore. But yeah, this one he was fucked up. Parking lot, picking up bundles of dope and crazy, And your mother was like, "Oh, Dion, he's the best." Yeah, Mom, okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's why it's a great record, regardless.
All right.
He's sober now.
I'm going to check it out for sure.
He's sober now, from what I understand.
Mark, falls upon your shoulders to finish up the show with the last pick.
All right, the last pick. So there's all those new French Oi bands. Well, not new now, I guess, but there's all those French Oi, and I don't like any of them. I tried to though. So what I picked was the French stuff that is good.
Jesus! Hey, you go.
Chaos in France too.
Wow.
It goes into chaos in Europe. But this was put out by Chaos Records, Chaos Productions.
Yep.
And I don't know it's basically the French No Future.
Right.
Yeah. They were all influenced by UK 82 bands. So this is actually came out in 83, I think. So I guess they're a year behind, basically, just following whatever's
French
going
always
on.
behind.
What was that?
I was going to say the French are always a bit behind.
But yeah. But I don't know. This is probably, if you ask, this is the best stuff out of any of that.
No,
stuff.
you know what?
You like that? I don't like any of that. I tried.
What, the new stuff?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like Kronstadt and Lidovisk.
Oh,
I
yes.
think I've seen them right.
Litovsk.
Litovsk. I like them. And Kronstadt. I like them. And the one with that saxophone player.
Kran is a good one too. Kran is
yeah. There's the one with the sax player. We went and saw them. What would it go, honey? They girl bass player. They really
they played here too. Shit, what were they called?
They're really fucking good. They were good.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the sax player. What I liked about a lot of the French stuff, it's got this somber type of tone to it.
Yeah, the new
somber, which I appreciated. I liked that.
I just, you know, it's
No,
the
it was
80s
good.
stuff.
That was good
Just,
too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's more real to me. I don't know what I'm not saying it's cosplay or something, but I'm just not into the new bands. And
Oh, no, there's a lot of cosplay
everything on
going
that
on.
label,
There's tons of cosplay going on in the skinhead
everything
thing.
on that
Forget
label
about it.
is awesome.
Syndrome 81 is another good one for the
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're good.
Ricks. Everybody likes Ricks. Those early Rick singles.
Rixay.
I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
I tried. I have them. I don't.
Really? They're just kind of raw and to the point. I figure maybe at least like that.
I like
I don't
at California, Castillo.
Yes.
Oh no.
Castillo good.
Maybe Paul, you maybe like that band Mess as well.
Mess are good. Yes, Mess are very good.
Oh,
Mess,
I did like them. I
Yeah.
did like them.
yeah, they're good.
That was
Mess,
the only band.
Castillo.
They're Mexican, right? Is Mess
Mexican,
Mexican?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mexico. They're good. I like them
Big
a
One
lot.
Army.
Yeah, yes, they're good as well. I just got turned on to them.
Oh
So I
yeah.
know
They're
so all the
touring in the States right now, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like Lost Legion out of Chicago.
Nice. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
them a lot. Too.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a lot of punky kind of oi-ish, whatever going on. Like which is
I
cool.
wanted to like it. I don't know.
I
You hear it, and like I was saying before, and someone like they're leading towards this like new wavy type of, we're doing this and that, poppy, which is cool, but motherfuckers sing like, and, I don't do you growling at me all the fucking time,
Yeah.
I
No, I
like
know what you
both. I
Bromior, that was the band from France. Bromior with the sax players.
oh,
Bromior,
okay.
that was the band with the sax players.
Okay.
Bromior and but it.
Yeah, there's so much good music on it, but I do like Mark's hard stance on just the old school stuff.
I'll say it right here. I don't give a shit. People they say about me right now. Fucking Hail the New Dawn's a fucking great winter record. It is. Hail the New Dawn is a great winter album. If you're by yourself in your house and you guys screwed up, it's Hail the New Dawn, and it's like January and there's a snowstorm, put it on. You get a warm feeling for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Bromure has a member of Alvila in them.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that Chaos on France is a classic though. That's a classic.
Oh, both of them, the 1 and 2.
I didn't know there was a number 2. Man.
Oh
Brutal
yeah.
Combat. That was a badass. They were fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
Brutal Combat. I guess another one of them bands that never just like, whatever, Hail the New Dawn's a great fucking winter record. I don't give a shit what everybody says. It really is.
All right, we're gonna wrap the show up. We'll probably keep on chatting after the cameras stop rolling.
Couple of Super Ian Stewart. Come on.
That was
Terry, cancel.
About time.
Allow me, if you will, to announce next week's show, because there is a show next week. Virginia Beach special, talking about modern day oi and hardcore punk. Bateau, there's a band called Bateau out of Virginia Beach, connected with like Not for the Weak Records and Reckoning Force. We've got all the members of the band Bateau from Virginia Beach coming on next week. So it's going to be a good show. Next Friday, March 21st, 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. I'll be here. You'll be here. Everyone will be here. It's going to be well, these guys won't be here. But it's going to be a great show. Nevertheless, that was we had a good time, right? We had a good time.
Yeah, fuck yeah, well, thank you.
We had a good time. We'll keep on talking a little bit after the cameras.
Yeah.
I'll stop running. Got a lot to talk about. All right, so. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, stay healthy and stay clean.